Hey guys, what's going on? If it's your first time on this channel, which more than likely it probably is, because I have posted videos before and do some videos of say different car shows and things in the past, but I think I'm going to start a completely new channel, more or less to just do all this new build that we're taking on. So what we'll be doing is this Polo. Now, I know at the minute it looks like nothing. It's like completely standard. It had a Vortex kit on it. It's been completely stripped back, but we do have a lot to do to it. Essentially, I want to build this Polo for Fitted UK, which is in roughly 4 months, just under 4 months. At the minute, it's currently still 1.2, basically standard Polo. So I'm going to run you guys through quickly what exactly we're going to do to it. What the plans are, and give you a quick tour, which there's not really much to show at the minute because we've literally just moved into this unit as well. But I'll show you around the Polo first, then quickly show you the other crap that's lying about here. So as I was saying, it is currently a completely standard 1.2 Polo, 3-cylinder, which runs basically on 2 cylinders half the time. I think the only thing that's sort of still kind of modified on it is the fact that it has a smooth boot lid on it. That's more or less it. Plans for today, and this is literally the first video I'm starting on it. Plans for today, more or less to try and strip a load of just random stuff on it, get up on axle stands, so can start to pull maybe the gearbox out, maybe strip part of the engine out so it's ready to lift out. Want to get the bonnet off just because essentially that light, I'm not really getting much light in there. And make things a wee bit handier to work at as well. So that's the plan for today. Maybe take front bumper off as well, because just might make it handier getting in around, say the radiator stuff also needs to come out. Now, as for the other stuff that's in this unit, to be honest, there's really not a lot. We only just moved in here. We've got a sofa, got a lot of space here. More or less there's space for about like 5 cars-ish. We've had about 5 in it so far. The reason that I've had this Polo now for about a month, but haven't started it because what I was doing was completely stripping. I had a Mark 6 Jetta, was stripping it out, taking all the bags out. It's almost back to standard. Only thing still come off it is the exhaust, which should be getting, I should probably take it off this week. I need to swap it over with another guy's Jetta who's taking it. Who also shares this unit with us. So the only other car in here at the minute is this Civic. Now, this car, just to put it out there, it's never going to run. Piers thinks it's going to run. Needs a lot of work, to be fair. It's not going to run this year, put it that way, I don't think. Has an engine for it, which he wants to get rid of and get a different engine again. So this Polo actually was that was his daily, and then he got fed up with it because the engine was so unreliable and he's fixed it that many times. So to be honest with you, I don't really want a 1.2 in anyway. I want to put a 1.8 turbo. So run you through quickly what plans are of actually doing to the car in the long run, like what I want to have done by Fitted. So technically the plans are for Fitted is, first things first is to obviously pull the engine out. This, as I've said before, 1.2 3-cylinder. It's absolute, powerhouse, and it's got like what, 60 brake. I actually did have one of these. This was one of my first cars, which is why I kind of wanted to build one again. Probably going to put the Vortex kit on it again. It had a Vortex kit on it. There's the Vortex side skirt still sitting there anyway. So probably put Vortex kit on it again. Put it on bags. Probably cage it. I want to have it sitting around 200-ish brake horsepower, probably a bit over that. It shouldn't be too hard with a standard GTI 1.8 turbo. Put cage in it, paint it, change the whole interior. So at the minute, it's literally just a completely standard interior. So we're going to rip all that out, do a false floor in the back. Going to put maybe fixed seats in the front with harnesses. A lot of just smallish stuff. Change tail lights, exhaust, things like that. I do have an idea of colour that we're going to paint it. We're going to do literally more or less everything ourselves. A few friends will probably help us out with a couple of different small things, like maybe painting and the cage as well. Everything else though, plan on completely doing ourselves. So let's get into it. What I'm going to do first is going to get the car up on axle stands and maybe start to take that bonnet off so we can start pulling the engine out. So went ahead and took the four wheels off, put up an axle stands. Only really did a time lapse of, you know, this side of the car. Bit tight to try and get video down this side, but more or less just repeated the same thing. So next thing I'm going to do is take off the bonnet. Now it is pretty straightforward to do. So all I have to do here is take off, there is two 13mm sockets, or two 13mm bolts there, two 13mm bolts there, and pop off this clip which takes that off. And the only other thing is here for the water jets, there's a little clip here that just basically comes apart, and then the whole bonnet should just lift off. That's the bonnet off. If you are taking the bonnet off, make sure that this sort of goes for any car. Take one, if there's always two bolts in, make sure you take one off, loosen the other one off, do the other side, take one off, loosen the other one off, and let the bonnet rest down once you take off the bonnet stay. If you don't, you know, it's going to flip over to one side if the bonnet stays still on. Just leave one slightly in, so there's a little bit of support, otherwise the bonnet's just going to fall. If you have someone to help you, I mean, that'll help a lot. Next thing I want to do is probably just take the battery out of it. It's pretty straightforward, you know, it's not really a big job at all, but need to sort of start somewhere, and may as well try and get all the power out of it before I start stripping the engine. The only other thing I took off the engine cover off of it. So I'm going to pull out the battery, and then we'll start pulling just sort of random bits out of the engine and see what happens. Along the arches there is screws along the arch liner the whole way down there. There's some underneath, and they're all Torx basically along the under tray as well. Along the front, I'm going to have to pop the grill off. There's the screw here, grill then just lifts off out. Once you have it out, 3 along the top, and then in the lower grill, once you pull that out, there's one down in there, light on it. So there's one that holds in there, and same at the other side. They literally just pop out. Done the exact same at the other side, pulled them all out. 2 tabs at the top, and then it should literally just lift off. More or less finish off for the day. All it did was pull the crash bar off, pull the bumper, arch. Actually ended up pulling both of the arch liners out as well. I was going to pull headlights out and maybe radiator, things like that there. Might still end up doing that later on tonight, but gonna probably head home now. But for today, I got a decent bit done. Off the rest of this week, so realistically I want to have the engine out this week. Probably won't video later. But anyway guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.